Hey guys, hope you're around. Sorry it took so long, had some technical difficulties. Tonight I am working on this drawing that is going to be a submission for a contest for the shirts that our class for and a service dog. So the class is going to have their own shirt. So everybody in the class can submit a drawing. So that's what I'm doing. Hey guys. So the idea on this drawing is that there will be three different scenarios of how these service dogs are used. One's a mobility dog. Another is one that helps calm the kids down, and then the other is the search and rescue. Because all of these dogs they have slightly different functions. So some, like for Anna, will be a mobility dog that'll help keep her up, prevent her from falling, help her when she does fall down, get things that are out of her reach, block people in crowded situations from bumping into her. And then you have some other kids that I believe are like on the autism spectrum, and some of the kids will wander off. So some of these dogs are actually trained to track down their little kiddos when they wander off. And then the other is like if some of the kids like getting overstimulated, then the dog actually is trained to rest on the kid to mellow them out. Cool, Nikki. Glad you got notified. Glad everybody's here. Hey, Karen. So I wanted to do like different kids, and because girls and little boys, and then there'll be moms and dads wearing these shirts, so they can all kind of relate to what's going on. That was my idea anyway, or actually it was Nana's idea, and then just it's my take on it. And we're gonna put it behind a heart, so it kind of like pulls everything together. Thanks, Linda. Thank you for spreading the love. Appreciate it if you guys could do that to let the algorithm know that something to be watching, and it'll let more people know that that I'm back.
What time is she done?
She will be done in a half an hour. Also, I wanted to do some different dogs. So in this one, I have kind of a labby sort of dog, and then I've got a doodly dog here, and then we've got kind of a Newfie type dog, which are all kind of dogs that are being used by Four Paws to assist their people. Hey, stinker butt. Long time. Let's see. Ruth, that sounds good if you got an ad. Yeah, the cool thing is for the longest time, the lives that I was doing here on this page um, were not monetized, and for some reason they just weren't approving ads. So the other day I got on here and I was just kind of talking about next steps for Sketchy Friendler, and one of the issues being that the page just I couldn't do lives. It was not working for some reason, and we went back and looked like right after that when we were just checking out the video, and it actually said that a few weeks ago for some reason, all of a sudden, they approved the page. So it is monetizable now. So I can do lives. I don't have to do pre-recorded videos. So that'll make things much easier for everyone because I can just get on at any time and I can just do a live. Um, and then Nana doesn't have to go through and edit everything. And if and since I'm live, I can chat with you guys too. Someone's asking, do I practice before I go live or are you totally wing? I'm winging it. I don't really practice. I've been doing this for so long that it's kind of second nature to me. Now, if I was doing something that was, I'm referencing something that is um, something more specific, then perhaps I might try to practice just to get kind of a better feel for whatever it is, a subject that I need to be more accurate with. But otherwise, most of it's just coming from memory. Melissa, glad you got notified. Well, yeah, you weren't getting notified because I wasn't here. Again, for those of you who don't know, I probably more or less knew because I haven't been on for a while. I haven't been drawing on the page because I've been, well, when we started in around November to get ready for Anna's big birthday thing, I just got caught up with other things, and then I kind of got out of the habit, and we were doing a whole bunch of other stuff during the day, and also because the page wasn't able to monetize, there wasn't a lot of incentive for me to, other than for you guys, but I mean in terms of just cranking stuff out because it was only making like, you know, not that much because on Facebook, like the lives are kind of where it's at. The videos, they hardly anybody sees them, so they very rarely kind of turn any sort of profit at all. So I was doing these videos pre-recorded, and that was cool. The advantage being that Nana could really like punch up the colors and just make it kind of cleaner looking. But it's time consuming for her to have to do that like every day or 5 days a week, 6 days a week. Because she's got so many other things to do, so it helped in that regard. And also I can just I can get on whenever, and if I feel like something inspires me, I can just get on and while I'm sketching out stuff, even just little ideas, I can get on and chat with you guys too. What we're thinking is probably 3 days a week. I will do the regular stories, and then the other 2 days I might do something different, and we'll try out different things just to see what works for you guys, works for me. But it's like, for instance, maybe I'll work on the book idea that Anna and I are talking about, or maybe a comic book, and there's a whole bunch of different things I can try, and I'll just kind of mess around and experiment with those 2 other days.
Where's your new pencil?
Right here. The fancy. Well, it's thicker. This is the one I use for the outlines because it is a thicker lead. This one's a thinner one. So that's what I
Oh,
was
I
using.
thought I cut it so it used the same size lead.
It does with the yellow one, which is it's a 0.9. This is a 0.5.
Oh.
And
I see.
but when I do use the 0.9. I do like that because it is thicker. But when I'm just kind of like just getting all the basic idea in, a lot of times I'll work in point 0.5 lead.
Oh, shit.
No, this is fine. I'm glad you got the point 0.9. I like point 0.9.
I had hoped it would be for like the bulk of your, when you're using the mechanical pencil.
Oh, well, yeah, no, just in this instance, I was using the 5. But, I use that yellow one a lot, so I will use this new black one. See, Nana got this for me for Christmas. It's this really awesome German mechanical pencil. It feels great. It's got a real good weight to it, and it looks cool because Germans know good clean design, so all their stuff is really cool looking. Let's see. Yeah, thanks, Lynn. Appreciate it. So Debbie, this pencil, it's called. Let's see. I have the tin for it. I guess it's Kaveco. If it's German, I would assume it says Kaveco. But it's been around. This company's been around since 1883. So, yeah, it's really cool.
It's actually a W.
Right, but they pronounce their W's like V's.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah, it's called a special.
The Kaveco Special.
Yes.
Nice.
But they do have the other sizes if you.
Yeah, I mean, maybe perhaps in the future. My birthday's coming up, but
That's right. It is.
No.
Oh gosh. I completely lost sight of that with everything going on.
All right, I think I'm ready for. Let me just get these outlines in. Thanks. I'm glad to be back. Thanks, guys. It's fun to draw, and I always whenever I sit down and actually draw, I enjoy it. And the problem is, like I may have mentioned this before, it's, to me, drawing is like going to the gym, and that it's so hard to get to the gym. But once you're there and you're doing it, you're like, hey, it's not so bad. I could probably do this all the time. So I just have to stay with it and keep doing it, and that it is rewarding.
It's really hard to maintain it consistently when we're traveling, though. That's the problem.
Right. It's just even kind of like eating healthy. It's like when you travel, like you can't really. It's harder. You have to really try to stick to your routines.
Yeah, but even more so with this because we can't take your setup with us.
Sure. Yeah. So I mean, how many days are we going to be gone? Like, do you think like it'll be? I don't know. I don't know how. I guess I can try to like. I can try to do extra stuff for when we're gone.
I don't think so.
I mean, it's always.
We're gone. We're gone for like 30 days.
Oh, well then, yeah, that's probably not going to happen.
No, we're gonna have to. Well, I mean, the nice thing is with you doing the live streams now, they can happen in different places. They just won't have the nice setup.
Right, the lighting's going to
And
be
the camera, and,
right.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. I always like to draw this way and then work this way so I don't drag my fingers through all the ink. Just sort of a left-handed thing.
So can you tell them what that dog that you're focused on right now is doing?
So I was mentioning before that these are all doing different activities or functions that all tasks that service dogs are being trained to do as we speak. But one of them is for say kids with that are on autism spectrum. They might get overstimulated, and it's been found that when dog they have their service dogs will actually calm them by climbing onto them and just just being there with them, and then usually it'll help the little kids get more focused and calm down and settle down. So
Called disruption.
yeah, disruption. That's a term.
Pretty neat, huh?
It's cute. It's very sweet. It's like a really cool, cute way to help the little kids when they're feeling a little overwhelmed. So on this one, I decided I was gonna draw a doodle, despite my feelings about doodles.
You might want to move it into the center more because she's
Oh.
focusing on your pen.
Sorry. See if
Twirl
I
your
can
pen around too, so it's
zoom
not
it a
trying
bit.
to see the words on it.
Oh yeah. That's about as close as I can get. Here we go. All right.
The dog looks concerned.
He is. He's just trying to help.
He's like, my human.
You okay?
You okay?
You feeling okay?
Much better. And it's focusing on the drawing.
Cool.
Sharon says that's actually ironic. A doodle used for calming.
Oh boy. Poor doodles. They mean so well. They just don't know what to do with themselves a lot of times.
$15.
Yep, we got 15 minutes. Anna's actually in the other room watching this live. She's stretching tonight, so.
Yeah, 15 minutes, Anna. Hang in there.
Wendy says my sister's doodle is crazy. Yeah, like I say, like they mean well. They just it's really like they have a lot of extra energy. But I think these guys, I mean, they're trained. These guys are like all these dogs for 4 paws are like bred and trained to do this type of stuff. So you're gonna get the creme de la creme of doodledom.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna laugh so hard if she gets paired with a doodle.
Oh man, I'm gonna. I don't know what I would do. Well, we never claimed that she had any allergies, so
No,
I think they would.
Sometimes they have extra doodles to go around.
Oh boy. Please, if anybody from 4 paws is watching, please, no doodles. Not for my Anna. I used to. If you guys don't know, I used to work with dogs professionally, so I have a lot of experience with all different types of breeds. And I know I don't like to stereotype, but you do see certain breed traits over and over again, so it's kind of hard to not expect certain things from certain breeds. This can be colored, right?
No,
No. Okay.
because it's going on shirts. So
Okay.
we just want to ink it and leave it
Okay.
not colored.
All right. Thanks, Carol. Karen says, hello, Anna. Yes, Anna is watching. No, Anna just said hi. If you could hear that.
Goodness, child. Don't yell across the house.
Yeah, Stinker, they are. She's like talking. Anna's talking at us.
She's in that last phase
Yeah.
where she doubts her abilities.
Right, and it's
every
just
night.
a little too uncomfortable sometimes.
Chris says it would look good colored on a white shirt. That's true, but typically they don't go with white shirts. And the problem is the more colors you have for shirts, the more expensive they get because they charge you per color. So it's better if it's just inked black and white because then you can put it onto any color shirt and you only pay for the single color. It keeps the shirts inexpensive for everyone.
What am I doing? Sorry, guys.
But that doesn't mean that you couldn't color it after.
Mhm.
You save the design
Right.
and do other things with it. So what task is this one performing?
This is the tracking. You know, the little kids wander off.
That chair is something else.
Yeah. It's a haunted chair. It's all creaky.
So they actually have every other month they have tracking training sessions, which are specifically for kids who are, it's called elopers because they elope from their parents. So they run off and they need to be found. And so they train the dogs. They bring, fabrics with the child's smell and they do this extra type of training and train the dogs to track the children. Pretty cool.
Sharon wants to know when we're submitting it. Right tomorrow, right?
There you go. Flip the words around on the pen.
Oh, oops.
And stop yelling across the house. I will be over there when your time is up. 9 more minutes. I think they're due on the 4th. Let me go look. Or they're due by the 4th, I should say. Not that we want to wait till the last day.
Vicky, what type of dog have I had? Well, I used to be a dog handler, and I have like over 8,000 hours of eyes on dogs. I've dealt with so many. Like I said, like people ask me, "Do you want dogs?" I'd say, "No, I have tons of dogs every day. I just don't have to go home with them or pay for any of their medical expenses." But yeah, I've dealt with all different breeds, personalities. I'm certified for defensive dog handling, and I know dog CPR and first aid and all that kind of good stuff. Although I do need to get um, certified for it because it expired.
Yeah, it says on the 4th they start voting, so we want to have it in like probably tomorrow.
Okay.
So I don't know if Anna's going to be able to use those patches that I bought her for the
Oh
Christmas
yeah.
Eve box, because I just read that they also determine what can go on the vest,
Right.
and they have their own patches.
Right, because they don't want people to think that they're just dogs that people got vests for, huh? I would imagine that's what they're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk to them about it at class. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the other reason I bought you that fancy pencil,
Hmm.
was because it doesn't have like hardly any writing on it,
Right.
so it won't distract the camera with the focus.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Karen says maybe you can return the patches. Yeah, I probably can. I'll have to find out if we can use them or not, and then if we look and see. There's got to be like a date. Now 5 more minutes, Anna. We're almost done.
You're almost there, Anna. Someone's asking if I've dealt with a Pekingese. Yeah, lots of Pekingese. Standard poodles, yeah. Tons of pit bulls. Yeah, I've dealt with many different types of dogs. Is there any that I haven't? I don't think I've dealt with no Afghans because they're just not very common. But I've greyhounds, whippets, Italian greyhounds, all sorts. Pretty much every breed, if that's not like a super obscure breed.
Oh, I guess they can't be returned.
Oh.
The return window closed. Wow, I must have ordered them
A long time
long
ago?
time ago. It closed in September.
Whoa, you really ordered it a long time ago.
Well, I told you I started doing Christmas ordering
A long time
way
ago.
before Christmas.
Yeah. I'm impressed.
And I started getting stuff for the dog.
Right.
You know, back in like July. So.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go over there and start to loosen her.
All right. Timmy says my Yorkie is so freaking bullheaded. You know, I also did some dog grooming as well, and I'll tell you, Yorkies, man, they are tough to groom because they don't stand still. Like they always try to move their feet when you're trying to work on their little paws, and yeah. Gotta turn this pencil so it's not, or pen so it's not gonna make the drawing blurry because it's trying to look at the lettering. You know, Marie, that is something that Ann and I have been talking about doing, and we're probably going to do stuff about her and her life, but also about the surface dog as well. So once we actually know what the dog looks like, I can start creating the cartoon version of what the dog looks like. Because right now, it's a mystery. Although we were on a little webinar the other day with one of the main trainers there, and she definitely knew the dog that Anna's been paired up with because she said, I have to be really careful not to give anything away here. So, because we were like the only people in that class that were not previously in a class. We were coming in just we just Nana heard about the seminar or the webinar, and we it was very informative. Thanks, Linda. The best thing I can say about any dogs and clipping their nails is you got to start early, like um, especially during like when the pandemic was in full swing. A lot of little we had a puppy socialization class because no one was going out, no one could go meet up with people, and so they would bring the dogs to us and we would train them. And one of the things that we would do with the puppies is we would just get them used to the idea of just having their little toes handled, and we would like put the little clippers near them. We wouldn't cut their nails or anything, but we would like touch them to their little toes, and we'd handle their little toes when we were carrying them. So they just kind of get desensitized. If you can start them off early, that's probably your best bet. And then um, you gotta know how to clip a dog's nails because you don't want to give them that one bad experience where you cut the quick and then they think after that you're trying to kill them every time you get them under the clipper. Huh.
Move the paper, please.
Oh, oops. Sorry, guys. I'm so zoomed in. It's been a while, guys. I'm a little rusty, but yeah. Thanks, Lucretia. Hey, what's up, Legacy dude? Long time no see, buddy. Oh wow, Tammy, that's awesome. Is your dog like specifically trained for your blood sugar? Because that I think that's one of the things in four paws they train dogs for that and like seizure alert. Thanks, Jen. Oh, very cool, Angelique. You have a service dog. That's great. I'm really excited too because we live, in the Orlando area, and we have season passes to Disney. So it's gonna be cool to put the dog through its paces and bring it to Disney and let it navigate the busyness and the crowds. We've seen a number of service dogs at Disney. There's a lot of videos online where people talk about it and kind of walk you through it. But Disney, like a lot of the rides, they have like a special area for the service dogs. If you feel comfortable enough to leave the dog in the little kennels there near the rides. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Jenny. Thank you, Karen. I think Anna's got her braces are back to normal now. So she can just relax. If you don't know, every other night Anna has to get. She goes and she has her braces on every night, but every other night she has to get them put in flexion for 1 hour, which is where we turn the dials on the knees so they're like bent, and that just helps keep range of motion for her. But it's very uncomfortable, and she that girl puts up with a lot of discomfort. So I admire her for her endurance and patience when it comes to all that. All right. Well, thanks for hanging out, Tammy. Glad to be back. Thanks, Bonnie. Kathleen. Yeah, I could be an angel wing. And it does like wearing those fairy wings. So I was trying to get me to put them on her. It's going to be interesting to see how they work the service dog with Anna, and how she's going to have to learn how to work with the dog, and it's going to be neat to see how that all comes together. Tanya, what kind of dog are you going to get this week? Thanks, Ella.
Oh.
Denise, I think I don't know. Is Anna still watching, or did she
No,
she went to
she's
sleep?
going to sleep
Yeah,
now.
it is getting a bit late.
Yeah, it's midnight. She's gotta go to sleep.
Tanya, I have to say, out of all the doodles, I really I feel like Bernedoodles are a lot different than the other doodles I've met, and I've really enjoyed Bernedoodles that I've worked with. That is definitely they're an exception, and I've dealt with about I think 3 or 4 of them, but all of them were pretty cool dogs. Very big personalities. Remember one of them, his name was Gunner. He was a pretty cool Bernedoodle. Thanks, Jude. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool to see Anna with a dog, Lisa. It'll be neat. Excited for her. Just a dog in general. Yes, totally the service dog aspect for sure, but just a little kid and a dog. It's always nice to see those friendships. Because she's gonna grow up with this dog.
Yeah, she mentioned that in her letter
Yeah.
about them growing up together.
We do not know the breed yet. We know that they work with um, labs. They work with golden retrievers. They have been known to mix in some Newfie to get a little bit more of the size and strength. And for people with known allergies, they will get they have a doodle option. But yes, like Jennifer says, we will know in 24 days.
24 days.
Yes, what the what the breed is,
How
the
are we
sex,
stand
the
it?
name. I don't know.
By the time we get like 5 days out,
Oh,
I'm gonna be
it's-
jumping out of my skin.
I know. It's gonna be tough. I mean, it really does feel almost kind of like how you feel when you're a little kid and Christmas is coming.
Yeah. Ugh. I really hope it's a cute dog.
I just hope it's a lab or golden or a mix of those. Perhaps Newfie mixed in. Robin, I'm not coloring it right now because we don't want to bring up the price of the shirts. As more colors will add to the overall cost of the shirt. I mean, if that's requested, then we can always go in and color it, or if we want to do something with this later for ourselves, we can do that. Chris, I don't know. Are you nervous about the dog coming? I'm not. I mean, I'm excited.
I am a little bit nervous, but I'm more excited than nervous.
Yeah.
It's just been a long time. I haven't had a dog since like 2002 or something like that, 2004.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a long time for me. Had a cat all these years, and cats are, they require a bit less.
Oh, they require different. It's different.
Yeah, but it feels like less. Like you don't have to take them outside.
Yeah.
You don't have to brush them as often, because they clean themselves a lot. You don't have to, they don't demand quite as much attention.
Mm-hmm.
And especially with this dog requires a lot of maintenance with the training.
Right.
And I know that you're going to be doing a lot of that, but then there's, the hair all over everything, which we haven't had to deal with.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna be, I think yes, definitely, but I'm gonna be brushing that dog a lot, so it'll be minimal as far
Right.
as that goes. I mean, it still always seems to be a losing battle, but
Well, and then there's the drool and the breath smell and the wet dog smell and the muddy paws and just like I said, just haven't had, I'll love the dog. It's gonna be loved. But I just haven't had these things for a long time.
yeah. For me, there's a void in my life with no dogs around, so it'll give me a little bit more purpose, I feel, to help, and service dog, to be in service of the service dog will be, I think, good for me. Mindy says, invest in a lot of lint rollers. I just hope, I don't know if it's a white, a yellow lab or a golden, then if you wear black clothes, that's a problem. But if it's a black lab, then
Lisa, we have the newest Dyson animal vacuum.
and the little attachments too.
Yeah, there's actually an attachment that you can vacuum the dog directly.
If they'll let you. I knew this one dog, he would like anytime he heard a vacuum cleaner, he wanted to attack. He would try to attack the vacuum cleaner. It would be through like we'd be cleaning later on in the day, and he would just go no. We had to end up like bring him to a different area because he was just always trying to. He gets so mad at the vacuum cleaner. He just wanted to kill it. Poor guy.
Oh, it's focusing on the pen again.
No.
I wonder if we should wrap those in like black tape.
Maybe. Or maybe just move it off a little bit more. Thanks, Joanna. I do love dogs. What I like about dogs is that you pretty much know where you stand with dogs. And any problems you have are just kind of dealt with, addressed right when it happens. There's not typically any long issues that seem to, that it's just like everything's totally in the present. That's what I like about dogs. Beverly, I would use like professional grooming stuff, like a rake and a slicker brush and a metal comb. That's all I need because I need to get in like down into the undercoat. So a lot of people like don't they don't realize you need to, for a lot of dogs, you need to get down in that undercoat and just loosen it up because it gets all bound up and dogs just get so uncomfortable with the undercoat getting all tangled underneath the regular fur. But I'm excited, guys. I'm excited that I'll be on a little bit more now. Be I don't know. Like again, I don't know how this travel stuff's gonna work. Um, I'll try to. Hopefully, it'll work well enough
I don't think it's going to happen
Yeah.
because the time that we're driving,
Hmm.
we're not staying in one place long enough, and you
Right.
know how much work it is to get everything in and out of the van,
Yeah.
and how, like there's no time for it.
Right.
Maybe when our first stop after training is over,
Hmm.
potentially just because we're going to be there for a couple more days than the others.
Right.
But on the way up to Ohio,
Hmm.
and then after that first stop on the way back, it's like 2 day stays.
Right.
Like we're in late, and then we have like a day, and then we're out the very next day, or we're out. You know what I mean?
And then probably when we're in class, it's probably we're gonna be beat by the time
That's
we
what I
get
was gonna say.
back.
The 2 weeks that we're actually in one place,
Yeah.
we're in class from 9 to 5 or 9 to 6.
You're not
every
gonna want
day.
to do anything.
You're not gonna feel like going back to the house and drawing after
Yeah.
that, honestly.
Yeah.
So it's probably just gonna be another little hiatus, and maybe get on a couple of times, but
Yeah.
otherwise, I just honestly don't
Yeah.
think you'll fit it in.
Linda, there was this Saint Bernard that I used to work with. His name was Hugo. He was a funny guy. We used to call him Hugo, and he was just the funniest guy because he was really big, and all the other dogs were kind of scared and intimidated with him. And he would like try to initiate play with them, and they'd be like, no." He just wanted to play. Nobody wanted to play with him. It's so sad. And he would sometimes get a little sassy, so we just kind of gently like push him down on the ground so he'd go into a sitting position, and he would just like, "Oh, okay." He was a funny guy. But I don't know if you guys remember, I used to talk about that dog, Akuma. That was one of the only dogs that would play with him because she liked a rough house, and so they had little fun times together. She was a like a Spuds McKenzie Bull Terrier, but she had markings like a Rottweiler or a Doberman Pinscher. She's a really beautiful dog. Oh, your Saint Bernard's name was Heidi. That's cute. I love that name for a Saint Bernard. So there's all those like different kind of Swiss Mountain Dog. There's like four different ones. There's a Saint Bernard, and they've got a Bernese Mountain Dog. There's some other one, but a lot of people don't know. There's like one that's kind of like a toy version. As much of a toy version as a giant dog can be, right? It's about the size of a beagle. It's called an Entelbucher Mountain Dog. I knew one of them. I met one, and it was a regular client. A cool little dog. But if you ever like the idea of a big Swiss giant mountain dog, but you don't want the size, look up Entelbucher Mountain Dog. Okay, I think that's pretty much what I got here. I don't want to erase yet until this ink dries. So I usually like wait. I can do it in the morning. Um, and then we're just gonna put a heart behind here in the computer, right? Isn't that what we'll do?
Can you zoom out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it seemed like the other people from the class really wanted a heart incorporated somehow because the class is happening February,
Valentine, right?
Valentine's, that kind of thing. So um, I think it's going to be like your two top ones are the top two humps of the heart,
Mm-hmm.
and the bottom one is where the bottom part of the heart comes through.
Right.
And they'll be behind the drawings. And then We just need to figure out text wise,
Yeah, what it's gonna.
if there's going to be anything on the front, or if we're going to put it all in the back, or
Mm-hmm,
what.
mm-hmm. Cool.
I think there should be some kind of saying on it, like I was thinking something like, um, I went to Ohio and got help from Four Paws or something like that. It's kind of like a double entendre, right? Like it works for both the organization
Mm-hmm.
and euphemism for the dog.
Right. Yeah. If you guys have any ideas, you can leave them in the comments. That would be cool. But yeah. So thank you guys. I am back. Uh, I can get monetized on lives now, so that's fun. I'm glad to see all of you. I'm glad you guys hung in there. Sorry if next month we will not be on as much here on this page, just because we will be traveling a lot.
We'll be on the other page a lot.
We'll be on the other page.
Every day.
Yeah. And but then once we get back, I will definitely be on here. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. I had fun hanging out with you, and I will see you guys tomorrow on maybe here, but definitely on the other pages. And I hope you're having a great new year. And thank you so much. I will talk to you soon. Bye.